We started hearing these loud thuds behind us.
I could see broad, square shoulders, covered in hair, a giant head, which was encased with these red eyes.
The darkest openings of our world are full of such creatures whose existence seems almost impossible.
Even though it's pitch black in here, he moves through here like the shadows.
From creepy to peculiar and even terrifying.
Literally nothing there. There's nothing there. It's nothing.
Get ready to be traumatized by the horrific tales of tourists who entered a forbidden cave. Following instructions from a lead family to bury their animal, two gravediggers entered the area and witnessed a frightening event. When they noticed an insect-filled wall near the surface where the animal had been buried, they became curious and dug the surface near the wall. A white-haired and white-eyed woman emerged in the small opening of the wall. They both ran in terror, but one of them was already possessed. In the CCTV video, it clearly shows how the possessed one attacked and tried to kill his partner, and how they got away from that place. The victim of the attack told their church's priest and everyone else about the situation, so they could go there and carry out some anti-paranormal activities. Alien in deserted cave. In Italy, a couple was sitting on the stairs facing the mine shaft when they heard unusual voices. Then the young man with courage ventured into the utter darkness to discover the reason behind one of those voices. Soon, the eyes of the creature sparkled in the darkness. The guy hurried back in fear and pretended not to notice. After getting home, the couple watched the footage again and saw that the creature that had been roaming the cave was a skinless species resembling an alien. The mine shaft was famous for its strangeness. The nearby government took notice after hearing about another case like this, and they closed the mine for a public visit. Red eyes in the dark. Three soldiers were sitting at the entrance of a cave, with one telling scary stories while the other started recording a video. Out of nowhere in the cave's darkness, two red eyes appeared behind the soldier. Those eyes eventually grew to 4. However, they continued to ignore until strange things began to occur at the extreme. All of them came out of the cave in fear, and then a lot of big rocks fell at the entrance of the cave to close it. It felt like a paranormal thing did not like their company. Shocked and scared, they stood in front of the cave, and then later they shared the whole scene with other soldiers. Faceless creature. A young boy, along with his 2 friends, went into the water pipeline tunnel system to find his lost dog. While aimlessly wandering around with a torchlight and a video on, his 2 friends were following him through the pitch-black darkness. Strange things kept happening, but he continued trying to locate the dog and ended up in the corridor corner. There, he saw a faceless individual covered in a white long cloth. They all ran back out of the tunnel in extreme fear. The video went viral, and those who watched it speculated that it could be the guy who got lost in that tunnel a few centuries ago. They believe his ghost now wanders there, preventing the tunnel from human invasion.
Who's there? I need to stop playing around, man. Matt! This place is freaking us out.
Cursed cave. A group went on a trip together and came across a small, old, ancient cave there. They all made the decision to enter without a tourist guide, but a few group members disagreed. While exploring the cave and documenting the cave's odd infrastructure, a white shadowy creature that resembled a dead human was captured on camera, but they failed to notice it. They were all alarmed when unsettling voices began to emerge, and a creature attacked them. When everyone attempted to secure each other, loud chaos broke out.
Literally nothing there. There's nothing there. It's
Fortunately, before something even worse happened, they all managed to run outside the cave and save their lives to share the creepy tale of that cursed cave. Wildlife hunter. When a wildlife photographer chose to seek refuge in a forest cave, he came across an extremely odd thing. There were some drowsy voices echoing when he entered the cave. Then, carefully approaching the darkness to see what was sleeping, he moved closer. The strange thing woke up in his presence, and a creature showed a half face from behind the wall where the photographer was standing. He was astounded and took a few steps back. In the darkness, it seemed like a ghost. But once he put out the torch, it appeared as a 24 to 26-inch real-life vampire. Fortunately, the guy managed to run back quickly. Otherwise, he might have ended up becoming the ultimate source of food for that creepy vampire. Hidden cave. A group of friends during their adventurous journey in Quebec, Canada, came across an old tunnel. Curious to explore, they decided to go inside. With their torches on, the group entered the lengthy, dark tunnel, where someone was already waiting for them. Disturbed by the intruder's light, it quickly emerged from the dark background, only to show its creepy features. The attack was so sudden that the camera couldn't capture it properly. The only thing recorded was a spooky humanoid shadow lacking a proper body. Fortunately, they managed to escape the terrifying end and never dared to return. Humanoid Lizard.
It's a ghost. Jesus, what is that?
A group of tourists never imagined they would see something terrifying upon exploring Austria's 100-year-old cave-in. While entering the ice cave beneath the 250-foot waterfall, they didn't realize that someone was awaiting them. When they put a beam of light from a distance, a strange thing, a kind of ghost, climbed onto the wall. And it looked like a human body lizard, as if it was a headless, hairy human. With curiosity, they took a few steps to analyze it properly, but that ghost disappeared suddenly in front of them. Swearing, they hurried outside to get away from that old cave. The locals in the area were informed of the incident, and they admitted to having similar experiences.
It's a ghost. Jesus, what is that?
Bigfoot in Cave. A team of explorers discovered huge footprints in the nearby area and decided to search for the creature to which they belonged. They followed the prints, which became lighter and changed shape as they approached the edge of the narrow cave. They felt that a big footer was hidden behind the pillar in the center of the cave. The team was terrified when that hairy black red-eyed creature moved and showed half of its face. It was extremely horrible, so they didn't try to inspect it and left the cave. Some of them considered it Bigfoot, the unearthly thing that is rumored to roam through forests, despite the fact that the mystery is still unsolved. Tunnel monster. Paranormal activity was witnessed by an engineering team in a tunnel 1,500 feet deep in the mountains of Japan. It was used by the soldiers in World War II and had higher radiation. After many years of abandonment, the Japanese government dispatched an engineering team to the tunnel to measure radiation readings at various angles. While examining it, they experienced some weird things happen to a few members of the team, which created fear in their hearts, and they left that place because the tunnel already had spirits. Following much deliberation, no engineer was prepared to go there and conduct an inspection. As a result, the tunnel remained mysterious up until this point, but was closed to the public. Well, we never know if those were the evil ones or the good ones. Some hidden realities are better not to be discovered. fire demon. After hearing numerous stories about evil forces, a cameraman visited an abandoned location in an old, crumbled house. He sensed the forces surrounding him the moment he arrived. Then he noticed someone in front of him who could shapeshift into a human. When he tried to catch it, the strange thing vanished. After that, a strange human went into the small basement. Following him, the young boy found out that he turned into a terrifying ghost that was standing over the flames. The cameraman attempted to recite the holy verses to drive out the supernatural force, but the flame demon attacked and forced him to taste the fire. But the young boy refused. The boy became so fearful that he ran away. That place is still abandoned because of that demon.
اخوان والله في شيء سحبني. ايه خليني بس
Creepy encounter. Nick, a guy who enjoys exploring scary places, ventured into the narrowest cave. After taking off his bag, he entered the cave alone with his friend, a torch, and a camera. Strange things began to happen to him after the loss of his friend. Then, he heard weird voices and felt like someone had thrown stones at him. Frightened, the young boy ran back to his bag and gathered up the things that someone else had scattered. He dropped his camera to the ground in a panic and began gathering up the scattered objects. The two dark eyes watching were captured on camera, but the young boy walked away before noticing the eyes. After he got back, he saw the eyes in the video and shared the video on social media. Eerie being.
يا عمي أنا مش سامعك يا الله.
Some young YouTubers had heard tales of a location and the terrible creature that was said to be there. They went there together to share the creepy creature on social media. After entering the place, they started experiencing weird things, and suddenly a woman with black hair appeared. She had strange behavior and language. They both attempted to speak with her, but she became scared and attempted to run away. However, they managed to record it on camera. After that incident, things in that abandoned place went back to normal for a few years. But then rumors started to surface again. And this time, more people claimed to have seen those women than before. Because it seemed like that location belonged to them, this mystery remained unsolved. Unidentified creature. The task of cleaning was assigned to a few sweepers. They went down the old tunnel for a thorough cleaning and saw the footprints of something strange. It led them to the small darkness as they followed it. All of a sudden, chaos happened when a spooky big-nosed creature popped up. One of them had the audacity to hide behind a wall and film that unsettling thing. It was a large, hairy creature with big, piercing eyes and a long, peeking nose, gray-colored, dirty body, a hairy face, and wrinkles. Its body was overly healthy. They exited the tunnel and reported the incident to the authorities. Official authorities gave orders to the country's scientists to examine the mysterious creature. Black woman.
لا بسم الله لا 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 لا.
Hassan, a creepy location discoverer, entered an unoccupied building and became hypnotized. He sensed a lot of negative energy as soon as he arrived, but as he moved forward, he became aware of the existence of something with black hair everywhere. The woman had a strange wand in her hands and was wearing a long black veil. He tried to approach her after seeing her in various locations on camera, but she magically threw stones at him. She then tried to hypnotize the young boy with an exorcism. Though Hassan felt lightheaded, he quickly left that location. He informed the government, and afterwards, they closed that location permanently. Shapeshifters. In northern Chile, a weird creature took shelter in a forbidden cave, and after an investigation by a random traveler, a strange truth came out. The young boy was aware of all the rumors that locals told him about the shapeshifters, but still he ignored them. He entered the cave one day, and then suddenly there was a large, wild, thirsty goat-like with sharp teeth and black skin that appeared to glow in the dark and had backward, long, sharply clawed horns on its head. Then, with a courageous heart, he followed a few shapeshifters and noticed that they took the form of goats, dogs, or wolves to find food for them. In actuality, it was any paranormal force. He took the pictures for the locals and left that place. Dog sensed ghost. An explorer went on a hiking trip with his German Shepherd. He wanted to take his dog to explore the open cave that he had found by accident. In the cave, suddenly the dog showed strange behavior, started sniffing the walls, and started barking a lot. The owner found it strange, so he went deeper into the cave with a lot of curiosity and started to record, trying to understand those carvings inside the cave. He suddenly felt a faceless figure standing far away, seemingly staring at him. Zooming in further, the creature appeared to be a ghost that had been waiting for the guy to come closer so it could attack him. However, the young man, wanting to survive, decided not to move closer, but to escape along with his dog. Alien or animal? In a shaky video of the cave from tourists, a strange, tiny body was seen sitting on the top corner. The creature had a big head, thin legs, arms, and golden skin with big black eyes, unlike anything on Earth. A cut on its neck becomes visible as the camera closes in, indicating a rough end. Some argue that this odd creature is evidence of the existence of aliens. However, for real identification, someone might have to capture the odd-looking being, and a proper examination of it could help us name that species. Raft ride. A tourist decided to take a raft ride on the Isabella River. During boating, everyone was laughing and making memories by capturing videos. But suddenly, a chamber appeared, and paranormal things began to follow them from the water of the chamber. Something struck their boat strongly, and they all got alarmed and dreadful. But slowly, with fear feeling, they finally reached their destination. Through video, it became apparent that a long, hairy woman had followed their boat beneath the surface of the water. There were also reports from numerous witnesses who claimed to have seen and experienced supernatural beings in the river. Locals then revealed that the ghost of a woman who once tragically drowned in that river still floats in the water. Peeking from behind. After hearing rumors, 3 friends headed into the sewer system to catch a ghost. While things were normal at the start, they soon became strange. Their torchlight lights got damaged, and they sensed a strange presence surrounding them. When one of the friends' torches began to shine, he noticed the long, masked creature with bloody, long canine teeth and red flesh eyes standing behind his other friend. They were all in a terror state and ran back outside, but one of them fell due to a panic attack, and the ghost attacked him. He got minor scratches but managed to escape. Once they came out, they found out from the video that it was actually a scary clown soul who made his secret home in that tunnel. Strange creature. Travelers in the South American forest detected an unpleasant odor when they entered the forest to film the untamed animals. In the bushes close to the cave, they smelled something foul. They assumed that it must be of some deceased animal body, but near the cave's opening, a bald creature slept. It was a large headless alien with hollow eyes, slender arms and legs, and pronounced ribs. As they drew closer out of curiosity to check it in detail, the creature suddenly awoke and tried to jump on them. One of the tourists managed to snap a picture of the unsettling figure, while everyone else desperately attempted to save themselves. Through the pictures, scientists eventually discovered that the creature in the video was not a mutant animal or somewhat. It was actually an alien. Gray alien. On a trek through the hills of Mexico, a group of climbers encountered a gloomy, bald creature. They saw something standing in front of a camera on the rough stone mountains in the distance. After one of them captured it on camera and zoomed in, they caught it as a dark, squishy alien. Together, they made their way slowly to the cave, but the alien disappeared. Other than that tape, the alien left no other clue in the cave. As soon as it went viral, many people thought it was bogus. Yet the group stood up for what they saw, and that cave gained recognition as an alien location. Wild species. After attempting to capture the strange being for a considerable amount of time, the two friends eventually succeeded. They saw something blackish moving into the nearby dark cave while they were playing in the playground. They followed it multiple times, but inside the cave, the odd thing vanished. Then one day, with all the preparation, they both went into the cave, and the strange being popped up. They fell back in fear, and one of them fainted. The monster disappeared after a while. The young boys later explained the whole feature of that unusual creature, revealed it as a ghost, and warned the locals to keep out the mysterious creature inside the cave. Mutant species. While taking a walk in the forest, a group of people noticed a strange creature. It had features like large, pointed fangs, legs, and arms, as well as tiger-colored lines on its body that looked like a big spider. They tried to capture it for closer examination, but that spider suddenly started to have transparent vision and faded into the air. People did not adequately accept it because their minds could only accept that it was a spider ghost. After the spider's video went viral on social media, a lot of people asked questions about the circumstances. As a result of these rumors, a group of forest officials investigated the old cave and the entire forest. They discovered no mutant spiders there, proving the veracity of the spider ghost tale. Disappearing witch. An explorer went into the cave at the base of the cliff with a group of people. The history of the area indicates that many indigenous people came here for discovery, but none of them ever could manage to complete their mission. For this reason, this team set out to explore. As the team's guide continued to explain the place, something odd was captured on camera behind him. A small height woman dressed in a white veil emerged from the trees and vanished. And people noticed that and tried to find out where she went, but there was no room, no opening of anything near those trees. The cave was always famous for its mysterious paranormal things. There were a lot of weird things about that place already, which they heard. So at the time, the explorers considered it better to leave. Terrifying screams. A group of Chinese miners opened a gate of hell somewhere in Africa. For many years, a coal mine was closed to the public, but the landowner now desired the reduction in size. A Chinese mining team was dispatched to the mine site to estimate the demolition. During work, a rocky wall appeared, and they heard the extremely terrifying voices of people. At first, they were shocked in fear, but then they tried to breach that wall and a great deal of fire shot out of it. Luckily, people remained unharmed. The mine was permanently closed to prevent any unfortunate incident because the locals there believed they had opened the gate to hell. Abandoned hospital. At the former St. Joseph Riverside Hospital in Warren, Ohio, two friends saw ghostly hands in the hospital department. With a light beam and cameras turned on, they entered the area close to the hospital. While walking, they entered a department and went into a shadowy room. Then one of them saw a large hand with long black nails coming out of the room. They got frowned and stepped back and departed from that location. Subsequently, it became evident from the footage that the hand was extremely horrible and that ghostly beings continued to reside there. Soul in well.
Who's there? You need to stop playing around, man. Matt!
A YouTuber used to post about his pit bull, but one odd video turned into the central source of the horrific tale. One day, his dog went missing, and while he was searching for his pet, he came across an old well surrounded by trees. Upon hearing a strange voice coming from the enclosed area, he decided to check out who it was. There he saw a strange creature with glowing eyes, staring at him from below. Scared, he ran for his life and shared this video online. People got excited and claimed this place is home to some terrifying cryptids. However, the guy believes it to be the soul of his poor pet, who might have fallen into this well and remained trapped there forever.
This place is freaking us out.
Sewage monster. A group of sweepers went for cleaning in the deep water sewerage, among whom one person noticed the shadow. He walked behind the shadow, and with each step, he heard the unsettling murmurs of someone eating something. However, the sound of the water rushing beneath his feet startled the spooky creature, and in the darkness, gloomy eyes with strange arms and legs showed up. When viewed from a distance, it was similar to a skinwalker, but he was curious because of those white eyes. The sweeper ran back and explained the situation to the nearby police station. In no time, they took immediate action and closed that tunnel for public viewing. The mystery of that creature remains unresolved. Trapped soul. A partially built cave was abandoned, and the reason was not revealed until the new labor team discovered it. The new work crew had to finish a lot of the incomplete work in the cave. When the team leader went to the cave to estimate the structure, he came to a spot in front of the rocky wall, and a rock fell. In suspicious feelings, he removed a few rocks, and a strange white shadow appeared, and then in no time disappeared. He called the other team members with fearful gestures. Afterwards, they all followed the lane behind a rocky wall, where the white shadow appeared again. No further evidence of the unsettling presence was found aside from the recorded video. Later, the cave was again closed. Alien in Miami.
This is the spot. Nah, come back out.
A tiny creature that settled in a tree in Miami, Florida, caught the attention of many locals. A couple, while jogging, came across an odd-shaped hole in an old oak tree. The man tried to capture the uniqueness of the tree when a small, pulpy, unusual thing popped out of the cavity. It looked almost like a tiny humanoid trying to hide from the eyes of the bystanders. Out of excitement, they informed others, but before they could enjoy the rare sight, the tiny alien disappeared and was never seen again. Dragon eggs. A video posted by a small group of friends recorded while exploring an abandoned cave quickly went viral. It featured cracked large eggs that were about to hatch. They placed the eggs on the surface, which seemed prehistoric to them. As they started recording a video, they noticed something crawling on the nearby stones. It appeared to be a long-tailed lizard dragon. They first experienced a wave of current in their bodies, but their bravery let them record each and every detail. Immediately, they called the officials to examine this place. Many other people verified the location and the presence of dragons after watching their video on social media, commenting that it was actually a dragon. Paranormal energy.
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
An explorer entered the Horton mine, and his health took a terrible turn. He felt the pressure of something cold on his face and noticed that the mine's temperature seemed to drop. After sensing a presence attached to one of the many chains that were hanging there, his instincts whispered from inside, Who's there? Then, strange voices began to appear.
What? What the fuck is this?
The young man, without trying anything, exited the mine because his health was affected by an anxiety attack. He went to the nearby French police station. It was revealed that they had also experienced the Paranormal Presence because mine had one pathway that opened to that police station, but afterward, all paths of the mine were permanently closed. Pipeline Mystery. The sanitation workers in Raleigh, North Carolina, noticed a big movement in the clogged pipe. After clearing the two main clogs, they put a remote camera inside the pipe to observe the water flow. The cameraman noticed something strange that appeared out of the blue, so they stopped their work. The movement in the video was captured, and at first it appeared to be an alien species. However, marine biologists claim those creatures were worms that were captured, moving in a clogged state. The worker removed them afterwards, and the water flow returned to normal. Sewage giant. There was a big monster in the sewerage that scared the whole society. One day while kids were playing in the street, they heard hissing voices coming from the sewerage openings, but nobody took them seriously. Then one day a man heard the same voices in front of his house. He sat down near the sewer opening and used his smartphone to record a video. There was a big mouth, greeny skin, and depressing white eyes of an 8-foot big crocodile. Then he shared the video with others. Someone claimed that the large crocodile arrived there because many years ago, a neighbor purchased a baby crocodile who mistakenly entered that sewerage and became trapped. Following an evaluation, the crocodile was removed by calling the animal rescue team.
I don't have an alligator in my sewer.
Wild wolf. While playing cricket in the forest, one of the boys went into the dark cave to bring the ball. Using the torch to locate the ball, he felt two unsettling eyes staring at him. Unable to recognize what the creature was, he started recording to show it to others. After he got back, all the boys watched it together, and they also got terrified because of that eerie creature. They were all shocked and decided to leave the forest quickly. They also shared that video online to get some clues about the creature, but no one could name it. However, by looking at its features, some people think it might be a wild wolf. But to me, it looks more like a cross between a werewolf and a boar. What do you guys think? Snake dragon. A long, monstrous thing was seen crawling through a forest. An animal hunter went to a nearby forest to hunt the wolf, but he noticed a giant animal crawling in the bushes. He tried to catch it, but was unsuccessful every time. Then, close to the abandoned house where that creature lived, he left his camera on and captured the entire horrific event. The long, skinny multi-conda with a long face and numerous cones on its body was cruising around the deserted house. Many people debunked this video, but he responded by narrating the story and proving that the big dragon snake was real. Spider or crab? A passerby noticed a strange movement of multiple legs under the floor of his garage. Curious, he decided to check the small opening, which revealed a spooky creature inside it. With its large, creepy legs, the terrifying object remained hidden beneath the broken floor. Scared, he ran outside to tell others about it. When others arrived at the scene, the creature had already vanished. At first, they thought it might be a spider, but those creepily large legs suggested something else. Could this really be a large spider hiding beneath the open floor? Or was it a crab mistakenly entered the opening and remained trapped? If you guys have any idea about this weird crawler, don't forget to comment below. Open discussion. A tunnel explorer named Urbex Hill traveled over 10 miles in a single day through an extensive network of tunnels hidden deep within the forest where he felt something. As he went further inside, something strange caught his attention. In the next turn, he then saw 4 gloomy eyes and 2 creatures emerging from the complete blackness. The terrifying figures were trying to keep an eye on him while hiding in the dark. With his heart filled with horror, he ultimately stopped the adventure and decided never to explore any abandoned tunnel ever. If something like this happened to you in real life, how would you respond? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.